Are we recording yet?
Mm-hmm.
No. Huh?
We've been recording.
Why are we recording it? We wasn't ready to record. You're supposed to say, and action. Okay? If you're going to get behind the camera, be the director. Okay?
Close the goddamn door.
Director. Okay! Okay! There you go. Hey! Welcome to the Rob and Alexander Show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, these two young men will be talking about things that are happening in life. Might make you hate your husband, or hug your wife, or even stab somebody with a knife. But hey, one thing they will do is plant a seed in your mind so that you can find
Sprout, baby.
a different dialect to respect before you hit eject. Hey, look, man, my big ass, look who talking. If it ain't Slim Fast over here, I'm the one with the big ass over here.
What you got there?
Let's talk about some news today, man. We're going to get in the news for the people, okay? Rob, Panda, the news, okay? One of the top stories for me, we're not even going to talk about McCain and his racist tail. You know what I'm saying? That tight-ass shirt he got on, you know, we're not even going to talk about him. We're just going to skip over him. We're going to go straight to, guess what?
The fried chicken?
You better say it. You better say it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a topic that is near and dear to my heart. And hopefully it's near and dear to some of yours. And this is something me and Panda have debated about for the past, 10 minutes. And basically they did a taste test on the best fried chicken that's out there. First of all, I want to welcome you to another adventure with Rob and Panda. We welcome you to our show. We welcome you to our station. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Subscribe. Hit that button.
Subscribe.
Hit that button.
Subscribe.
But we're going to talk a little bit about it. Shout out to the GWF podcast. We are big fans of your podcast, and I listen all the time. So, find yourself coming across YouTube, check me out. Check out the Panda. Panda, And, but let's get into some news here. As I was saying, a subject that's near and dear to our hearts. You know who the top fried chicken places are in America, besides my kitchen. Okay. We're going to just go ahead and talk about it. So, there was an insider summary that went ahead on and they tried chicken from Popeyes, Church's, Chick-fil-A, and KFC to see who makes it the best. Of course, KFC was the clear loser. See, this is what happens when you take a recipe from black people and you try to market it and turn it into a franchise. So what happens is the goodness comes out of it, okay? And then your staff don't make it the way that you want them to because they're rushing. So your recipe gets a little bit, how do you say, debacled, okay?
What the fuck is debacle?
Google it. The hell. So basically, KFC has always been a loser to me out of any of them. It's hot garbage. The mashed potatoes taste like, I don't know. It tastes like stinking sweat sock smell. You know what I'm saying? And there's no consistency. I think I've tasted baby food that was actually better than the mashed potatoes that come from there. Mac and cheese sucks. Balls and winners.
I don't like the mac and cheese at all.
Mac and cheese sucks. Balls and winners.
I will not either.
And those green beans. Do they have green beans there?
No.
They got corn though.
They got corn.
Yes, they do.
I think they do.
That corn ought to be fed to somebody's cows or something before it's even put on the line over there.
All right, Rob. Well, let me stop you. Let me stop you real quick. Of all the topics you could have picked, you picked food. I just told you how I was very hungry.
And he gonna go on this recording and talk about how hungry he is. Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
So I asked Rob.
We're gonna put you on the paleo. That's what we're gonna do.
What's the paleo?
The paleo diet.
I gotta Google.
But see, you eat pork. I don't eat pork. Paleo got a lot of pork in it. But you talk about the subject. Okay? Tell me something about what you think about KFC. Have you ever tried their chicken?
Yeah. I've tried KFC chicken, but the thing is that it's very, like when you bite into it, you actually can feel the baby chicken souls. And you can just kind of...
Baby chicken souls?
Yeah, you never seen how they just throw all the baby chickens in a blender and shit like that? I think it's McDonald's, actually.
They make nuggets. How can they do that?
Okay.
And might I say, just for you and everybody else, delicious. Okay? I'm just going to put that out there. Delicious. Okay?
Okay.
You know, we kill deer and drink Budweiser beer. Okay? And that's what we do. Delicious. Okay? Delicious. Every nugget, the scrumptiousness. I don't care if... Sometimes you get, I think that's a toenail. I think that's a toenail. I'm going to eat it. It's just deliciousness.
Is that,
okay?
Is that a feather?
You know, I hope not. I hope there was no feather in there. I really hope it was not no feather. But to me, deliciousness. Okay? We hunt and kill stuff, you know, so we like to hunt and eat. And, you know, fresh chicken is the best way to go. You wring that baby's neck, okay? Or you just go ahead and chop that head off. Defeathering, okay, and dip him down in some hot water. That's how you really get them feathers off of there. Go ahead and stick your hand all the way up in that rump like that there. Pull out all that goodness, you know, your gizzards, all that, get all that out. And man, look here, you chop that baby up in as many pieces as you want to. Get that grease good and hot, 375 to 400, okay? Get them starting to pop it. Get your good old batter set up there. Throw them in that hot grease and watch what happens. Now, I'm not going to give you my recipe because you got to get your own. But let's talk about their recipes. KFC sucks. Done with KFC. So the next one that came in second, actually, the one that came in third was Chick-fil-A. The reason they came in third place is because they say that Chick-fil-A didn't taste authentic because it didn't have meat on the bone. You don't even know if you eat no chicken. To be honest with you. Ain't got no bone in there. How you know that's a chicken? You feel me? It could be a pigeon, you know what I'm saying, over there at Chick-fil-A. It could be something as you know, scrumptious as a dove, okay? It could be a dove. Or maybe even a pheasant. Google that.
There's a lot of pigeons out there.
Hey, and people eat them. You know, people eat them. You know, in some places in New York, you go to them little carts that's in Central Park. Sometimes, man, you know, you think you're getting some beef on a stick. That be squirrel. But in New York, it's not squirrel because there's no red tails on them. You know, so there's no fox squirrels in New York. So what you get? Tree rat. That's what you get. Good old tree rat. You know, and tree rat is not scrumptious, okay? No, because hell, ain't no hair on the tail. You know what I mean? A lot of those squirrels are doing drugs and stuff that they're finding that people in stash. You know what I'm saying? People who, you know, dude running from the police, he throw that down there in the bushes real quick. Like, I ain't got nothing. Get on the ground. He get on the ground. They come with the dog. The dog all on him. You know, to beat him all up. They can't find the drugs. You know why? There's a squirrel up in the tree. Like, what's this? You know what I'm saying? Got a little baggie on it. I ain't never seen no nut like this. He bite her through the plastic. He get inside of there. Now he all numbed up, looking crazy in the mug. You know what I'm saying? Squirrel run up right up to you, sitting next to you. Eyes bugging out. You know what I'm saying? Eyebrows touching his hairline. I mean, for real, this happens in America.
Yeah, it's an epidemic.
It's an epidemic. Watch what you're eating in New York, okay? Especially in Central Park. Don't go to the cart. Don't do it in Mexico either. because you might be eating some dog or cat. Anyway, or squirrel, tree rat. Ain't nothing wrong with no squirrel, but tree rat, there's something wrong with those. The reason why a squirrel becomes a tree rat is when it's not eating nuts and things that it's naturally supposed to eat, and it's eating out the trash. It's no longer a squirrel, it's a varmint, you know. And of course, they'll tell you that the squirrel is a part of the varmint family. He's a rodent. He's part of the rat family. You know, I guess a bear is too, ain't he? Because he's digging in dumpsters and all this here. I guess he's a rodent. That's a big ass rat, ain't it? I tell you what, he ain't got to worry about me. You know what I'm saying? His ass can have everything in that dumpster because my black ass is going the other way. You know, I ain't got nothing to say to him. But anyway, Chick-fil-A sucks. Once again. And you'll never guess who came in second. That's right. Churches. Now they say, they said Churches came in second. They said the meat was juicy, tender. The batter wasn't flavorful as Popeyes, but they say that it was tender and it was quite scrumptious. And I would have to agree. Only thing that I would have to disagree with is when I'm talking about Churches, okay? Now, you know, down in East St. Louis, they got one of the best Church's chickens ever. But, I mean, you could have a stack of paper towels this thick, and that grease that come off of that chicken is going to soak up all through all that. I mean, this is going to soak up through all that. I mean, the grease, when you walk up in there, you could smell the cholesterol about to come into your system when you walk up in Churches. You know, I mean, cholesterol it's just going to hit you. So, you know, if you diabetical or anything like that, don't eat no Churches. Now, I'm going to tell you who came in number one.
No, hang on. Let me give my 2 cents.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
On Churches.
Please.
This ain't all about you.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Let me allow you to retort.
Okay.
So, please.
All right. Anyways, so, with Church's Chicken, I've worked at a gas station that was attached to a Church's Chicken, and it was probably the filthiest thing that I have ever experienced.
Man, where the hell you been living at? Where was this place at?
It was in California.
Califas!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Where in California?
Yeah. It was in Banning, California, and the owners gave the place up now, so it's probably under new management now, so hopefully somebody went in there, took care of this crap, because when I was there, it tasted absolutely horrific.
Really?
It was terrible, and I had to eat it every single day. Because I didn't...
It was terrible, and you was eating it anyway?
Yeah.
Did you take a penicillin shot when you went up in there?
No.
I mean, you said it was terrible.
No. It came with insurance. There was
It came with insurance. I like that one.
There was an insurance policy.
Insurance policy.
And if I fell out on the job, they'll cover it. If they didn't, if it was outside the job,
oh shit,
they'd drug test me and all sorts of stuff.
Shut your mouth. Because you was eating at Churches. Need an antibiotic. And a cholesterol pill. And a blood pressure pill.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. And I bet you had a ton of salt on it too, didn't it? Had your mouth tight. Then your mouth was like this when you came out. You like came out that tight. Eating that Churches over there we use it. Wasn't that part of California you was in?
It was Banning.
Banning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to Google that one because I don't think I've ever seen that state, that part of the state. I've been all over Califas now.
Right.
You know,
it's like on the way to Palm Springs.
Oh.
Okay, so like every time it was what was that? What's that one big festival called? Everyone goes.
It's got to be a Latin festival. It's in Califas. It's big festival's got to be either Latin or
cha-cha-cha.
I didn't say nothing but no damn cha-cha-cha. I'm just saying, it had to be a Latin festival,
Anyways, big festival.
Huge. Wasn't Cinco de Mayo.
People come. God, that's a date. That is a time.
Well, I'm saying, you said the festival, Cinco de Julio, it come around, what? Once a year. And it's awesome. Everybody gets the best margaritas. Hey, you get to dance. Get to see some chicas. You know what I'm saying? Get to see some vatos. It's an awesome time, man. See, we don't get none of that. Black History Month, they give us 1 month, And then when we get that 1 month, we might go get a coupon of Popeyes. They might give us that.
Churches.
church. We don't want the coupon to churches. We're going to go for Popeyes. And if they don't give us Popeyes, they're going to have a problem. Obama will be president again. They fuck around. But yeah, go ahead, Brian. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Tell us about old Banner Khalifa.
Okay. So, anyways, this town was on a hill.
Okay.
That was basically it.
It was on a
It
hill.
was on a hill. It was on the side of a hill. On the other side was a mountain. So it was in a valley. You go the highways right there. So every time this festival went on, I'd have all sorts of people coming in and all over the world, all sorts of different people, Europeans.
Really?
Yeah, coming
Was this
in
place
from,
close to a airport?
No.
No.
If they came into LAX, they'd have to drive through to get to Palm Springs.
So what they did was
Coachella. That's what it was called.
Coachella. Coachella and Coachella.
Yeah.
Hey.
Everyone's going to Coachella.
I bet you I know how they got in there too. One of El Chapo's damn tunnels. They came through that tunnel, didn't they? They went from the airport to one of Chapo's tunnels, came up in Banner, saw you, said, damn, I'm going to get me some of that churches. Got them some churches, and was like, damn, you know what? I'm going to Coachella, because I'm Coachilling in Coachella. I mean, come on, man.
No.
Well, hell.
Nobody came from Mexico.
I didn't say Mexico.
To Coachella. Why would they use the tunnels to get to Coachella?
Y'all think that's all he got was Mexico town? Kidding me? Let me tell you something. A mole can make 53 tunnels in 4 months.
Imagine what a Mexican can do.
Talk about it. Talk about it. And y'all talking about building a wall. For what?
Yeah.
They building a tunnel. Why do you think Trump shut that whole wall thing down? Because they going underground, dummy. That's why.
We got planes too nowadays.
And they got planes. That's what I'm talking about. Hey. They could have went to Chapo's personal airfield.
Yeah.
Okay. Out there in Guadalupe. You know what I'm saying? On that side with Guadalupe now. Okay. And was doing their thing with Chapo. Now, and I got a lot of respect for Chapo.
Oh, yeah.
Chapo killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Horrible with the killing of people. He ain't have to do that. But him and Escobar both, you know, they helped a lot of people.
Started
poor
from the
people.
bottom, now they are.
Right. They helped a lot of poor people. Even though a lot of people died, just remember, every time you go to Miami and you're sitting in those nice little bars and you're drinking your little Mai Tais and you're saying hi to the nice Colombian women and the nice Cuban women and the nice Mexican ladies, all those Latinas, all those beautiful things, all those beautiful buildings, all that construction, that was all built off of these guys' backs. Just so you know. A lot of these guys. A lot of death when you're going down there. So a lot of those places that are built, where you might be standing on the club where, hey, somebody's under that concrete. In that building. Yeah. You better check it out. I'm serious. Now, anyway, so number one was Popeyes. So we just going to get back on that because we went off a little bit. Because we was talking about him and Banner with his old David Banner place where he was living. And he turned into the Credible Hulk, though, where he was at because he said, you know, he eating that. I mean, you sure you had to get an antibiotic or a shot in the ass or something? I mean,
it was all covered under the insurance.
It was under. So you was insured for eating that?
Yeah.
So
no, and then that's
you got a job, and then the insurance it said if you eat the food here, you are insured because eating and consuming said food may cause death.
Things that lead to death. Like there was a warning on it. Or
what was the warning? You might have shooting diarrhea. Be careful. We ain't got toilet paper. You might have shooting diarrhea. You know, or in the clause it said, please, the grease only gets changed once a month. But don't worry about it. We running that off the car in the back.
Might experience.
We're going green.
Might experience long-term diabetes.
Oh my God. Yeah. Might need a lifetime supply of high blood pressure pills.
Insulin.
Yeah. Plenty of them.
Yeah. Anyways, I love me some Popeyes.
Love it. There's just no question. There's just no discussion. Popeyes is number one. They did a study. You can go Google it. You can look it up right now. It's on the Lifestyle Business Insider. We looked it up because I was concerned about the chicken that's being consumed in America these days. Donald Trump won't talk about our chickens and how they're being mistreated by these companies such as Purdue and stuff like that. You can Google that also. Look it up. A lot of these chickens, they were giving them antibiotics. And, I mean, if you seen the way a lot of these chickens are raised, you wouldn't even eat them. But now Purdue has come up with a new plan where they have this plant that they're putting inside of the water feeders for the chicks, the chickadees. Total tasty goodness. That was my Bill Cosby. Just like Jello pudding, it was like pudding, you know. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, I mean, so now they're putting these plants in there, which is a natural antibiotic. And they got the idea from, believe it or not, another nice Latino man Latino and a Latina, him and his wife, had came up with the idea. Purdue ensued it. I think they were raising chickens for them or something. And now the chicken is supposed to be better. It's supposed to be fresher and all this and that. I don't care who you are. You got 400 chickens. They stepping in their own poop. And there's way more than 400 in some of these places on some of these farms. So antibiotic or not, you know, all you did was just visually make it look better and make it sound better. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? There's other things you can eat that'll kill you too. Look at these cows. A lot of these guys who raise these cows on these farmers that raise these cows and stuff, they're out there in their own feces 24/7. A lot of the livestock is mistreated. But I would have to say I've seen and been on a lot of farms in Illinois and a few other states. California, cattle out in Texas. I don't see this. I see guys who move their cattle and they put them in new fields and they rake their fields and they start hay fields up over there. When the hay starts getting so tall, they'll either send a baler out and they'll bale the hay, make it rounder up, make these big round bales, or they'll go ahead on and...
Rob, we get the point.
Well, I'm just saying, man, I'm looking out for Peter. Peter, you can subscribe too.
You
subscribe too. I'm just going
works,
for Peter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm putting my part. I love animals.
Yeah.
You got to plug the animals too. Just because you like to eat them don't mean you don't like to make sure they took care of.
They're all part of the universe still too.
That's right.
Man.
We're all that's all I'm saying. Peter, you can subscribe though. Peter. And Conor McGregor, you had that polar bear shirt on, that polar bear coat on at that one press conference you was in. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, it did look tight. Peter, I'm sorry. It did look tight. But you was bogus for that though. And what you said at that press conference was kind of bogus too. We'll talk about Conor another time. We talk about some other news though. But Peter, I'm with y'all on that. That polar bear time, that was kind of tight though. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like Frank Lucas tight with that alpaca. You know what I'm saying? The alpaca hat. I'm going too far. Anyway,
Well, Rob, I gotta agree with you about the animal stuff because you ever seen those videos where they're straight up punting chickens? Like, you know, they got a bunch of chickens, just, you know, they're beating these chickens and just, you know, those PETA knows what I'm talking about. They're like they're really mistreating these chickens, man. And you know, that type of energy goes into the chicken, and then we consume it, and all of a sudden we're fat.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen them. Yeah, they
the stress that the animal is under.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, and that's sad because that reminds me of a time I was Googling something, and I was Googling about chickens. Okay, and I forget what search engine I put in because it's been a while ago. But I'm searching this stuff about chickens. Talk about chicken so much because I love chicken. You know what I'm saying? And don't go there. I know some of y'all gonna try to go there. Chicken and grape soda. You can just knock that off. Shut that down. Shut that down. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like grape soda, and I hate watermelon, but I like chicken though. I just want to put that out there. I'm gonna eat me some chicken. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I was Googling, and you know, this thing came up. Oh, man and chicken. I'm thinking this man, he's got his own pet chicken. You know, he's just having a good time with the chicken. You know. And petting the chicken and having, you know, a good little friend, you know. Chicken looked real healthy on that. You know how that first part of the video is. It sit up there and you see a
What
nice...
is this?
Well, because you got to look at it on the video.
It's a good little chicken.
Well, no, I was on, you got your phone camera.
Oh,
your phone screen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, 'cause I was looking chicken that day. So anyway, I went ahead on, hit the button on play. And the chicken started out, it was looking great. It was healthy. All the feathers was there. It was looking real fantastic. Looked like somebody had really taken care of this chicken. And this guy grabs it.
Robert, stop you. There's going to be kids probably watching this. Right?
I know. I know where to go and where not to go. Can you let me go where I'm going?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure y'all know where I'm going. With this man did this chicken, okay? And that's all I'm going to say. Okay? I was like, oh, I'm hitting the button, and it won't stop playing. I'm hitting the button. I'm like this. I'm hitting the button. And it won't stop playing. This man, I'm like, but some of the stuff people are doing to animals is just ridiculous. You guys really need to knock it off with the animal abuse out there. Peter, you can subscribe. Anyway, so Popeyes did win. And that will be enough about chicken after we get done telling you about Popeyes' great, tasty goodness. Mm-hmm. Popeyes is from Louisiana. It's been around a long time. It's delicious. Their recipe is very consistent, and that's why a lot of people thrive and go to Popeyes, and that's why people love Popeyes so much. Their biscuits are fantastic. I wish they would make their green beans without the pork in it, because I don't eat pork. You eat pork, though, don't you?
I don't think any fast food joint sells green beans, buddy. I think it's regular beans.
No, these are green beans at Popeyes.
They have green beans?
They're green beans and they have pork fat inside of them.
What?
And yes, go order your some. We're going. Anyway, but I wish they didn't do that with that. But other than that, I mean, everything else is delicious. I eat the chicken. I got to go get me at least a 20 piece. And I devour it. All 20. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say that Popeyes is number one, been number one, and that's my plug on chicken. Yeah. And that was an Alexander Rob original. Copywritten and done by Robert Alexander by www.goddammit-you-better-subscribe.com.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. Go ahead, subscribe. Hit that button.
Hit it.
Don't be scared. Hit that button.
I'll hit this button and watch.